Alright, it is Sunday, November the 18th, 2018, and I am redoing this shower. This was a one-piece shower, and I got a picture of it. I started taking some video with an old video camera, and that video camera is not working, so I have to start over. But anyway, I put this insulation in the wall that was basically on the ground behind the old bench back there in the corner. But so far what I've done is patch these holes and put in the drain. The drain is now officially put in, and that was a chore because I had to cut with the Dremel and all that. Got it done and got it glued in there right, and now it's a matter of starting with the bench. I'm going to build a bench today, and I've got to cut, see, I've got George's saw there. I've got to cut the tile back on this line so that I can have my shower be just that much bigger, because I don't want to put my curb over the tile, because if we ever want to change the tile, we wouldn't be able to do it very well, would we? So anyway, it's a process, but I wanted to capture it on video here, and I'll get a little bit here and there. Bye. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention I did have a new faucet put in. That's a new valve that Scott the plumber came over here and did this for me. I could have done it myself, but decided not to bother with it because it would have taken a lot of soldering, and he's much better at it and he doesn't charge that much. So that also is new. Okay, now I've cut the tile back about 2 inches just to make the shower just a little bit bigger. And I did it with this saw that I bought from Lowe's. It was only $19. So it was pretty cheap, and I'll probably use it in years to come. Bought a little blade for that, and a tile blade, and it worked good. Cut that back, and now I'm ready to put these 2x4s that I made out of my deck wood. They're cedar, so anyway, they're $3.99, and I thought they'd be better than regular old plywood or regular old 2x4s, so that's what we're at now. Today is Sunday, whatever, November 25th, I think. It's after Thanksgiving. All right, bye-bye. Okay, today is Monday, November 26th, 2018, and I'm just showing a little progress that I made. Put in some boards, screwed and glued them in here, and getting this ready for both the shower liner that'll be at the bottom there, and then the seat that is represented by that little triangle. That's the size that it will be, and it'll be up about 20 inches on these boards at the top. So that's just a little progress I made, and this is the shower curb that I've got in here with my cedar boards, and that's all fitting in there good. And it'll be a little taller than that. It's 4.5 inches there with the 3 2x4s, but it'll be taller than that because we'll have the concrete with the metal liner in it, and that'll make it about 5.5 inches tall. I guess it's supposed to be 3 inches taller than your drain, and that is about how high it will be. Actually, probably a little higher than 3 inches. Okay, that's it for today. Okay, today is Saturday, December 1st, 2018, and I'm working on the shower. I've got the tar paper in, which is to prevent the first piece of cement, or first pouring of cement. Mud, they call it, floor mud, or I don't know, they got other names for it. I'll show you the stuff I'm going to use. Got a package of it right here, 4-to-1 mud bed mix. So anyway, using that, and I've got some other stuff I got at another place similar. Anyway, so I'm probably going to need 4 bags of that total, 50 to 55 pound bags, and 2 bags probably at the bottom, and then another bag and a half after we put the membrane in, the shower membrane. Got the wood around as we showed you last time, and that is a little niche, I think that's what you call it, where you put your shampoo and soap and whatnot. Okay, I'm going to put in some wire mesh now. Okay, I've got my metal lathe in here. It just took me about 15 minutes to do this. And it was, I think, 8 feet long, and I can't remember, 28 or 26 inches wide. So I had to put another little piece here. I think it's 32 or 33 inches wide total in this shower. Made it as big as I could, but anyway, pretty happy with that. I think that's good. Now it's time to put the cement in, and you call that dry pack, and you don't mix it really wet. I'm not an expert, but I've been told go with 3 quarts of water for 50-pound bag, maybe 4 quarts max. So I'm going to start mixing that up now. I've got a big old thing here I got from George. Got to get it out here and get going. So here we go. Okay, here's my mud mix. Got it mixed up. It is work, and I'm putting it in there, getting ready to smooth it out. I will probably just get about half of this in here and then do the other half with another bag, because putting more than a bag in here, you know, it's a little much. So this one bag of 55 pounds was probably enough, and I used almost a gallon of water, not quite. I would say 7/8 of a gallon or 3/4 of a gallon, and I think it's about right. Okay, here we go. Okay, I've got the first bag down. It looks like another bag might do it. Mixing it up here. I got a little left in here from the first bag. Got to keep moving. I think it's probably, I'm not moving very fast here. I think it probably took me, oh no, to mix it up probably 20 minutes, and to put it down here about 40 minutes. Probably spent an hour on this so far. Here we go. Okay, admittedly, I am not a professional here, and I did make a line, kind of measured how high the drain was, and then made a line going up, and you can see it's going up in the back. It's going up about an inch from the back to the front. We're at about 1.5 inches back there, and we were about at 5/8 or maybe 3/4 of an inch in the corners here. So you could spend all day getting this perfect, but if you look at the line here, you can see we've got a slope, and it's like that the whole way through. It is definitely not perfect, but I think you can make up for slight imperfections, you know, with the next layer, because but this is definitely sloping down all the way around, going from the corners and all, so, and a little bit going up this way. So I think we would get the water down to the drain, so we're ready to put the shower liner on next, I believe. Okay, thanks. Hey, it's Saturday, December 8th, 2018. Just a quick video to show you where I'm at on this thing. I've trimmed this out, got it coming up about 8 inches around the edge, and starting to put it in here. Got a few nails up. Thought I'd take a little quick video. I don't know if I'm doing this perfect, but I did sort of you know, trim out the studs just a little bit to make room for these things, because I have worked on another one of these, and it kind of bowed out the cement board just a tiny bit, so I don't really want that, so I trimmed it out a little bit. I don't know if that's really necessary. It's probably going to be fine. Anyway, let's take a look at it here after I get it done. Okay, I made a little mistake here, and I forgot to put my silicone on, but I've taken the drain back off, and you could raise it up and you could see in there, and I've got a little light on my head here so I can see, and I got the silicone around the top of the drain that's glued in there, and now I'm gonna put this baby back on there, and we'll work it in there like that, turn it, ta-da. Yeah, now we'll just take this wrench and tighten her down, and we'll be good to go. Okay, we are ready to put in the cement. Pulls away a little bit because of the thickness of the liner, but it will go flat when I put the cement in. Decided to work on my curb first. I've got this cement board on the outside, and I've got the lathe on the top and on the inside, and I will be putting you know, cement on that. And I've got these little screws sort of holding it in place, which I thought was somewhat ingenious, but anyway, it's holding it tight there, so I feel pretty good about it. Okay, folks, it is Saturday, December 22nd, and I built my little seat in here. I don't know. You know, you can make these things bigger, you can make them smaller. I think this is a good size. I don't know. But anyway, it's very sturdy. It's got some liquid nails on it, but that isn't a big whoop. And I've got it slanting, as you can see there, slanting down towards the front. And it's got actually some cedar posts that I had from my deck when I redid it. I just used so they're nice and thick, and then at the bottom I had to kind of push them in to get it tight, so that's why it's like that. But I think I'm going to be good. I didn't want to put any holes in the rubber shower you know, underliner there. I didn't want any holes in it, so those pieces of wood are just screwed in from the top, and then liquid nails on the bottom. Okay folks, here we go. Okay, so I've gone ahead and drooped my tar paper over the seat here, and I realize that does not waterproof it. It certainly doesn't hurt anything, and I am going to cement board over this and then put the redguard waterproofing over that and then tile. So this is not waterproofing it, but it is not hurting anything, and it does help not to have any seams in it and just slide over the thing. So I got to go in both ways. I think it's a good idea. Not gonna hurt anything. Here we go. Okay, I got my first piece of cement board up here. Looking pretty good, and it was a little higher on the edges, so I had to kind of go to the right and left on the edges, and I need to sweep that up down there, obviously, but no big deal. Anyway, the end of this day, feeling pretty good about it. Oh, I took the most of the stuff out of there. I got to glue a board in there, and I needed to glue, so I can't have a piece of tar paper up there to stop me from gluing it. Anyway, good day. Well, it's Christmas 2018, and I'm waiting on the kids, Barb and I, so I put this piece in, and I cut it the other day, and I screwed it in today. I had to shim it on the right side, because, you know, this is coming up to an edge, and so it's naturally going to come out a little bit because of the metal corner, so I had to shim it a little bit, but I glued it, the shims in and screwed them in, and so it should be good. Got my Christmas manger scene going there with baby Jesus, Mary and Joseph, so thank you, Lord. Okay folks, it's Saturday, January 19th. I would not call this a work of art, but I got this framed in. My niche, I think that's what you call it, niche. And then there's the seat. Of course, it's hard to get it perfect, but anyway, it's pretty tight. And now I'm going to mud and tape it, and then I'm going to waterproof it with rubber, whatever it's called, rubber paint. Okay, here we go. Okay, so today is Martin Luther King Day, January 21st, 2019. This is the alkaline resistant tape that you use on the concrete board along with your thin set. I use the better thin set. I'm sorry, I forget what that's called, but the more tough thin set. And this is silicone that I put around the bottom. So take a look real quick here. I did the seat and the niche and all the edges, and where it wasn't quite level I had to sort of use a big knife and get it more level. I think it'll be good. So the next is the redguard to waterproof it, and I'll put 2 coats of that, I believe. That stuff cost about $60 a gallon, so I'll use a gallon of that as much. I'll start on the lower part and work my way up until that gallon is gone. It's Friday, January 25th, and I'm seeing red this morning. We're doing the redguard. I did come in and sand a little bit on the high spots of this thing. I started this redguard, and it's going on real easy. I've done it before. But anyway, I'm just getting the main parts. I'm not going to worry about that top part, I don't think, until I know I have enough, but I should have enough. But anyway, my wife let me borrow her. I guess I have to rent her sander, but anyway, I sanded down the high spots, and now I'm redguarding. All right, here we go. Okay, so I put my second coat of redguard on here, and that's all good. So everything's looking great here. But when I took the drain back, because I was going to start redguarding the floor, I had a bunch of breakage around the drain. So I carefully put a piece of tape over it and fashioned this little cardboard piece to keep it clean for the part where the drain needs to screw in. And then I mixed up some thin set and put the pebbles back in, and then closed it back over. So I think it'll be fine. I know water does go through thin sets, so it should be fine. So anyway, just another little odd thing that happened. I'll let this dry and then redguard it, and then we'll be ready to tile. Okay folks, it's Saturday, February 2nd, and I'm ready to start tiling. Finally! Anyway, I've got these boards up at the bottom, and that's where I'm going to start. And of course, I don't want to put holes in my rubber liner, so I put it up about 8 or 9 inches, well, about 8 inches I think. I have put several coats of this redguard on this seat, okay, like 4, and also up here in this thing. And I've put 2 coats on everything, and I'm probably going to put another coat on the floor after I get these boards removed. That's my thinking. I've got 2 coats on the floor, and I'm going to put another coat on the floor because I got a little bit left over. But anyway, we're making good progress, and it's time to tile. And I think we've decided we're just going to tile to the edge and put a grout edge, and we're going to use silicone in the corners because the house is settling a tiny bit, and we are going to have that worked on and have piers put underneath the house. But we want to guard against it cracking, and I'm going to wait until after the piers are put in to grout this thing. So anyway, here we go, going on the tiling. Hi, it's Wednesday evening, February 6th, and I've put another coat of the redguard on the floor and also on the seat and on this wall in the back, coming down from the niche, I guess you call it. And I put some tile up, as you can see. Looking pretty good. It's kind of slow because it's small. I'm also haven't done this for like 7 years, so I'm slow. But anyway, we're making progress. Okay, I think this turned out pretty good. I kind of taped the edges. I couldn't find any masking tape, but I'm gonna redguard this now and show you a little bit how this works. You put this stuff on, just smudge it around, and it does its magic. All right, here goes nothing. Okay, it's Saturday, February 9th, and this is the tile I got for the seat. Barb and I picked it out yesterday. The guy actually gave me this piece of tile. We've cut it, you know, this line is not perfectly straight, but, and I actually did put some more thin set on there to make this thing really level, and then I painted it 2 times with the redguard, as I did on the floor, which I'll show you later. But anyway, I'm gonna put this seat on. Folks, it's Sunday, February 10th, 2019, and I made a little progress here. So, got the seat in, and you know, I don't like the fact that that edge is showing, but it's fine. You know, my wife is saying, don't worry about it. It looks great. Nobody will ever notice it. This is the progress I made yesterday. So it's just slow going with these small tiles. And I am ready to pull these boards out now. This last board. And what you end up with is a little hole. Try to get out of the light right there. You can see it, and you put a little bit of silicone in that, and then I'm going to paint it with the redguard again. So you waterproof it again. Anyway, we'll keep tiling. Okay, you see what I got done last week here, and I made a little progress around the seat here this week. It is pretty level, and I came off about a 1/16 of an inch difference, which I don't like, but I'll have to make it up somehow. Anyway, we're going to get going and really trying to make some headway today. All right, here we go. Hey everybody, it is March 2nd, Saturday, and I've been working on this thing this week a little bit. Not very much, not for very long, but I've made some progress here. This is where I was working recently, and it's very tedious to do this work in the niche, but anyway, it's getting there, and you know, there's slight imperfections to work around. But as soon as I get this up to the top, I'll be doing the floor. I'm going to redguard this one more time and then do the floor. And then work up the sides, and then we'll be ready to grout. Okay, have a good day. Hey folks, it's Friday evening, March the 8th, and we're making a little progress here. We got a little headway last weekend. Boy, this was very slow going, and I am buttering the back of each one of these just in case anybody's wondering, just to be... You don't really have to, but I'm just doing it to make sure that this stuff sticks good. So anyway, I'm working my way and trying to finish this tonight. We've got a guy coming to, and we'll have to get busy on the floors and the curb. Barb bought some tile for the curb to match the seat, and then we are also getting this replaced. The vanity in here is going to go, getting new sinks and new vanity in here. So Herman is coming with our new quartz vanity that will replace this that's 27 or 28 years old. So we'll show you the after picture. Thanks. update here. Got the top part done. It's Saturday the 9th of March, I believe. Doing the floor. Gotta move fast. It is not easy. Folks, I gotta be honest with you. I have some concerns about my floor and the ability for it to drain. I'm gonna test it now with some clean water. So I'm gonna find the reality of this thing and how well I did it. I ran into some problems when I was doing the floor and it became quite stressful, but I did get it done and it's not perfect, but I want to see how it does drain. So this is the reality test here. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit up above the drain. We'll let it sit for a while and see how it does. Anyway, that's the first test. Okay, so I've waited about 30 minutes here. All the water has gone down, which is good, but I think what may be happening is I haven't really grouted well around this thing, so I'm going to have to do that and then retest it. So, here we go. Hello folks, it is March the 16th and I'm trying to finish the bottom of this thing. Oh, and I got the curb done. Don't look too close, but anyway, it's hard to cut these big tiles, but anyway, it turned out okay. Let me get on the inside here and show you just a little bit. I'm sorry. Anyway, got a tape going everywhere. We're getting closer, about ready to grout. I gotta do one more day of tiling here, or one more afternoon probably tomorrow. Get all these pieces cut and put in, and then we'll be able to grout it. That'll be nice. Okay, it's March 19th, and today is the day the foundation crew is coming to level our house. And they're going to be putting in 8 piers in the corner of this house. You can see it's just slightly going downhill to the right, just a little bit. So I just wanted to record this. Again, it's March 19th and the crew is coming to level the foundation of the house today, putting in 8 piers, and this is just showing that it's just slightly leaning to the right. The bubble is just slightly on the left, and that means it's going downhill to the right. I wanted to show one of the cracks that is here. Take a look at that, and that should, if they're able to jack it up, go back together a little bit. So, we'll see what happens. Okay, so you can see they're working on my, I've got these holes dug down here. There's one there. There's another one over there. If you can see it here, they've got 4 piers on this side. And if you look at this level now, they've jacked up the house. And you can see now that the house is actually higher to the right where they jacked it up. So for it to be level, I would actually have to reach over here and pick it up on the left side to make it perfectly level. It's just higher on the right now. And if you come look over here where the crack is, the crack has been pushed back together. This has been pushed back together. I never fixed this crack and it's been shoved back together. So now if we take a look, it was hard to get that door open because of this crack is back together now because they've lifted the house. So I think things are looking pretty good. I'm not sure if this crack over here was here though. I'm a little concerned about that, but anyway, I think this did work. All right. Today's Friday, March 22nd, and I'm doing the last little bit of tile here, and then I will be grouting tomorrow is my plan. So anyway, they raised the house up yesterday, and that all went pretty well. You can see here, this is what I did last night, or last night, that's another time I think. But anyway, we're getting the bottom part done, which is kind of the hard part. You have to measure each and every little tile. Then we can grout, and then we will be done with the shower door. All right, bye-bye. Okay, we have got this thing all tiled and grouted now. Today's Monday. I think it's, I'm sorry, I can't remember the date. This is 25th. But we've got it done, and sorry, I got a little water on there. Actually, I re-grouted a little bit on this floor because the grout lines were in a little bit, kind of dug down in, and I had got a new grout applicator, and it works a lot better. So anyway, looking pretty good. I've got a couple little things to check on this deal, but mostly we're looking good. And we have already started the sealant, so we're doing that. The stone, tile and stone grout cleaner sealer. So anyway, we're going to have the door installed tomorrow, and we will be ready for business here. I'm gonna probably turn the water on tomorrow and try it. I've got this thing all set up, and I haven't put the handle on it, but I will tomorrow. Hey folks, it's Tuesday night, March 25th, 6th, 2019, and we are basically done with this shower. My wife's been helping me the last couple days a lot. She's helped a little bit all along, but she's been really helping a lot lately. Let me show you our new shower door. Nothing fancy, but it's a nice shower door for a second bathroom. And my wife's already got soap in here, and she's planning to put another coat of grout sealer on tomorrow morning, and then the next day we got our company coming and we'll be able to use it. So we're pretty happy with it overall. I can't think of anything else. I mean, the edges, I just put grout in that edge, put a tape line and put grout. I mean, there are better ways to do it, but that is acceptable. We're okay with that. I got the little pieces of wood down at the bottom. Kind of tricky, but I got them in there, and we're pretty happy with the way things are looking here. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching. It's been a fun project. It took about 4.5 months, and I'm glad it's over with. Bye-bye.